Sisters being introduced in front of the fans here. And matches up with Sabrina Ionescu, but is close to Liberty jersey. And now it's time to pick off Angel Reese. Actually, her double-double streak ended last year against this very New York Liberty team. She had 15 straight. Kia Nurse with the three-pointer that falls.
I remember that game vividly. She had 8 points, and it really came down to the last possession where she had an opportunity to score a layup. There were 3 New York Liberty players guarding her on that last possession.
I think Sandy Brondello was guarding her. The Liberty managers were guarding her. Up for us tonight and hitting the first three-pointer.
Of course there is, Lisa.
The bucket here for Ionescu, and the Liberty are on the board. Now Courtney Vandersloot, you see the pace. And this is something that is different with a Tyler Marsh coach team. They want to play with a little bit more pace. They want to shoot the three a little bit more. And as you had talked about at the beginning, spacing will be key for them on the offensive side.
Well, even that last possession that Angel Reese just missed the layup, she was able to go one-on-one against Stewart because the spacing around her was so good.
Kia Nurse directing traffic. Here's Atkins. Chicago didn't shoot the basketball the way they wanted to against the Indiana Fever, and the miss by Atkins. The lowest points that they have scored in franchise history when they put up just below 60 points. And Jonquel Jones, the WNBA Finals MVP, gets her first shot to fall. Feeding Angel Reese. Stewart gets a piece of it, knocks it away. Cardoso right now defending Jonquel Jones, who points up at the shot clock that sits at 13 right now for Cloud. An off-balance shot
to run the point, but the Sky won't miss her as much. You have multiple players out there that can play point. Rachel Banham, Ariel Atkins, of course Haley Van Lith off the bench.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block. And kick out to Kia Nurse. What a sequence of events.
I'm exhausted just sitting here watching that. I am exhausted right now.
I think Angel and Jonquel are both exhausted as well, and it's a 7-3 advantage after the latest Ionescu bucket. Vandersloot crosses over, mid-range jumper, she hits.
That's what I want to see, that two-man game with Courtney Vandersloot and Camila Cardoso.
Jonquel Jones for three, and she's got a couple now of those.
Well, she hit the first one in transition, and now she's feeling it. She's a rhythm shooter. I mean, Camila was there to contest the shot, but once Jonquel gets in that groove, it's over.
Cardoso with the miss. She was looking for the foul call. Turnover here for the Sky. Ionescu is trying to slip the pass to Stewart, but the Sky read it perfectly defensively. And an opportunity here. Jonquel Jones, a little too much body. Courtney Vandersloot says, you know what, I'm just going to take a shot off of a broken play. Randy Richardson, Teresa Stuck, Tyler Merkovich are the officials here tonight. Cloud with the crossover, drops it off to Brianna Stewart with the finish. Sling to Ariel. Gets the shot off and a foul call against Sabrina Ionescu. In and out on the first attempt. Magellan Corporation, a specialty steel distributor with a heart of gold and proud partner of your Chicago Sky. Against Indiana last Saturday, Atkins 11 points in 22 minutes, 4 rebounds, so she gets the second one.
And her championship experience, she brings versatility, Lisa. I mean, you forget, I think she got lost in the recent struggles of Washington, but you forget how good of a player Ariel Atkins is. She's Washington Mystics' all-time leader in three-point shooting.
What you don't forget is that Sabrina Ionescu can do things like that. A deep three-point attempts.
I think we might have poked the bear for Sabrina on that. She didn't like that last foul call, so. She gets revenge with her play.
New York played each other 4 times last year. They will play 4 times again. It's a walking violation here for Angel Reese, and turnovers a little bit of a problem. It's the 3rd turnover for the Sky.
Yeah, I would love to go back and see that. What I did love from Angel is that she was taking what the defense was giving her. A hard closeout means that she can drive it.
Atkins, tough defense on Ionescu, but she finds Jonquel Jones, who gets the tough bucket to fall.
That's just a tough finish. That is a tough finish by the reigning finals MVP.
Courtney Vandersloot to Cardoso, that double team coming. Angel Reese popping out to set the screen on Sloot. She'll take it, finds Reese, bounce pass, and a reach-in foul. So she...
It's not bad, not bad.
Not too shabby. Rebecca Allen has checked in for the first time here tonight. And the Sky's home opener, and another walking violation. They got those quick feet here in the...
It's just one veteran player after another checking in for Chicago right now.
The 4th turnover and the 2nd walking violation here for the Sky. Phoebish pulls the trigger from 3. And the Liberty get another look at it. Stewart forced to give it up. Johannes has now checked in, and Stewart misses the little bunny. Not many times that she'll miss from that range. Vandersloot cutting in and always looking for the pass. Finds Cardoso, who gets blocked once again by Jones. And Jonquel Jones already with 3 blocks here tonight. A cutting Phoebish to Johannes, back to Jones. Good ball movement on this possession by the Liberty. It results in a Stewart 3.
I mean, you talk about spacing. No one in the league spaces the floor better than the New York Liberty, but when you have 3, 4 bona fide three-point threats on the floor right now.
Cardoso with a lay-in.
Then spacing the floor is just second nature to you, and that's what you have with the Liberty right now on the floor.
And Ariel Atkins, too much of a bump. It'll be
also to go one-on-one.
You know, Cardoso and Reese have had a hefty share of shot opportunities here already for the Sky. Each of them has shot it 4 times. That's 8 of the first 13 attempts for Chicago. Rachel Banham has checked in, now uses the Angel Reese screen. She pulls and hits for 3.
Rachel Banham has looked confident all preseason. It carried over to the Fever and then again tonight. And I think that goes back to how she finished last season with the Sky.
Go through all kinds of firsts in your first year. You got the first season opener, the first exhibition games,
I'll tell you something though. Tyler Marsh is cool as a cucumber, Lisa. Like, this is his first head coaching job, but he's not new to basketball.
And speaking of first, Haley Van Lith, her first home game. First sit-down interview with you coming up at halftime.
That's right.
You went easy on him, right?
I did. I took it easy on him since it was his first. You know, I didn't want to intimidate
But look
him.
out, Coach, when it's your second and your third, because Shimmy's coming for you.
Watch out. So you guys want to make sure you stick around and check that out at halftime.
Rachel Banham, tough defense here by the Liberty, forcing her to give it up and forcing a turnover, the 5th turnover for the Sky, taking it the other way, but can't finish it off is Kennedy Burke. Rebecca Allen from 15 out.
Rebecca Allen has gotten this reputation as just being this three-point shooter, this catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, but there's so much more to her game than just shooting threes. We saw a glimpse of it right there.
Rebecca Allen coached at the Tokyo Olympics by Sandy Brontello, and a foul against Burke on the hard take. It's the first on Rebecca Allen, and so Burke to the free throw line. Re-signed in February to play with the Liberty. University of Chicago Medicine is proud to be the exclusive medical provider for your Chicago. They were deeper last season and could dip into their bench a little bit. We see some of this rotation of bench players. Rebecca Gardner, a former Chicago Sky player, now defending. Haley Van Lith. She's looking to add to that depth this year for the Liberty. Allen looking to spring free. From a hawking Johannes, Allen gets her own miss. And the foul call on the importantly, practice on it. You know, you were so impressed, I know, and you talked about as we came on the air, the way that they were playing in the exhibition season. And certainly the Indiana Fever, one of the top teams in the league, expected to be. And so that is a tough draw. You look at the schedule, though, and taking on the Liberty and now the Fever to start out. I mean, this is a tough schedule to begin with for the Sky.
I mean, you can even go further and take a look at preseason games. They had 2 preseason games against Minnesota Lynx, who were the runner-ups in New York last year.
Haley Van Lith draws the foul.
Opportunity, a 3.0 fashion play. Her grit is going to be very endearing to this Sky fan base.
Yeah, you can feel it. Hey, your local Ford dealers are the official vehicle partner of the Chicago Sky. Fresh shipments of adventure-ready SUVs are in stock, ready to drive home today. Stop by your local Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com to learn more. Well, suddenly the Sky now have cut the lead here to 5. Largest lead has been 11 here for the Liberty. Off the hands of Sabali. And now the Liberty giving it right back to Chicago. And Gardner, Johannes, and Burke are the 4 out there with Ionescu. Allen trying the reach-in foul. And
Chicago's doing right now.
Niara Sabali with the first personal. Allen just the second miss from the free throw line for the Sky here in the first quarter. We're now 6 of 8. Now she misses both. Michaela Onyenwere, though, with the offensive rebound. Too strong. Elizabeth Williams gives him another chance. Let's see if they count the bucket. I don't think they will. It's her second personal. And Williams, who struggled at the free throw line in the season opener, misses the first one. Elizabeth was out for the season. At the time of the injury, she was 7th in the league in blocks per game and 5th in offensive rebounds per game. Ionescu, a rhythm shot, and the rebound here to Banham. Looking at her options, looks at Elizabeth Williams. What a pass, but it's broken up. And now 5 turnovers here for the Sky.
Right now, the only player that you can't switch on the floor with is Elizabeth Williams and Jonquel.
And Rebecca Gardner, the corner shot. It's really important for the WNBA, in my opinion, to get out ahead of this, especially with more eyeballs, more interest growing about the league and the players. They just want it to be not only a competitive space, but a safe place.
I appreciate the WNBA doing something about this. I appreciate the No Place for Hate platform, and I really am 3 years old. And I just think that there's a difference between being a fan and being a fanatic, and we have to remember that these are young women. She's 23 years old.
And shouldering a ton, as are a lot of these athletes that you see out here on the court here tonight. 28-23, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jonquel Jones behind the back. She's looking for it. Well, she hit her first 2 3-pointers, misses that one.
I love the Camila Cardoso, Jonquel Jones matchup.
What do you love about it?
You've got size versus size, and on the perimeter, Camila continues to show her range defensively. She's not just rooted to the paint like she was last year.
Johannes taking a peek inside. Maureen Johannes penetrating out to Cloud. Natasha Cloud had a big season opener against the Aces, misses that shot.
Oh, she fit right in this New York Liberty team. And
you know what I was thinking when Michaela Onyenwere hit that shot to end the first quarter? What you always say, her strength is her strength.
That's right, and she used it. She went right to it.
Bullied her way in to get that 2.
You know, back.
Kia Nurse with the first personal. Everyone knows I'm vertically challenged. Bet 360 checking in for her.
And now Chicago has gone back to their more traditional 3 true perimeter players, 2 post player lineup.
Bree Stewart now with 7 points here for the Liberty. And Gardner, we've seen that Hawking defense when she played here with the Sky. Nurse, and we see that too, the deflection forcing the turnover. 9 turnovers here for the Sky, leading to this, and Cloud with the finish. Timeout by Tyler Marks.
He's one of those veteran free agents and offseason acquisitions that the Sky brought in. I love it. I love the veteran leadership that they've surrounded these young Sky players with.
Yeah. Went from 4 seconds to 14. And a regular reset on the shot clock here for the Sky to work with. Atkins over to Reese, posts up look for Cardoso, going against Jones, and the reverse, she misses it. Oh, Cardoso.
Come out here and compete, trying to find your identity. And so we've done a good job of competing so far.
Now, you were at practice earlier this week. Did you give them any words of wisdom, or what was that like?
No, I'm not the person that believes you could just come off the street and just start talking. You got to know what you're talking about. So just getting a chance to watch the team, you know, watch them try to learn each other, watch them try to learn their game. And then as I get to watch now, I can send a couple messages here and there to say, this is what I saw.
You're a minority owner of the...
I'm a hooper to the heart. And so just a great opportunity to be able to give to the game in the best way I could. And it's not just showing up at games, but also...
Now, Lisa, it's a Thursday night. Summer's almost here in Chicago. There's a lot of things going on in this wonderful city. This community has really embraced and supported this franchise over the last 20 years.
I love the mom story, that mom was the first one where he got the first taste of WNBA and Chicago Sky basketball because of mom. D. Wade announced his investment mid-July of 2023 and part of the ownership group now with Michael Alter, still the team's principal owner, and Harvey Alter. But another turnover here for the Chicago Sky.
So as this Chicago Sky team continues to learn how to play with one another, because remember, this is a very new team. One thing they're going to have to learn about playing.
Ionescu in trouble, gets out of it somehow. Baseline jumper, hits every part of the rim and drops. 13-point advantage, a deficit, the largest deficit, and the three-pointer falls for Atkins from the corner.
This is that consistency that Tyler Marsh was talking about. Things don't go your way defensively. You don't let that impact you on the offensive end.
Good up fake by Jones, who splits the difference on the defensive side. Allen got a piece of it into Phoebus's hands. 5 to shoot. Cloud in trouble, tried to go back door to Ionescu, and Vandersloot rips it away. But the Sky toss it right back. They got 12 turnovers here.
That I took away from the Fever game. I really liked the way that they covered for one another in scramble situations, and that was something I felt that Chicago could build on, and they are.
A cross-court pass here to Bree Stewart, who takes a peek at how much time she can work with. An offensive foul on Ionescu. Let me ask you this. Angel Reese going into this possession, and Cardoso, I mentioned their shooting, and Sloot threw it up in a foul call. But
anything different right now. You think about how many point-blank layups Angel Jones.
Ionescu picked up two really quick fouls, so she's got 3 to send Vandersloot to the free throw line. It's an 8-point deficit for the Sky over the Liberty. Just one lead change. The Sky had the first bucket of the game, but have trailed in the first half since. Stewart loses it off the hand. Allen fakes the pass, takes it all the way in for 2.
And if Camilla and Angel just become screeners and they're able to get screen assists like we just saw in that possession, well, they're doing their job.
Brianna Stewart knocks down the three-pointer, and the New York Liberty are shooting 6 of 13 from 3 for 46%. Sloot gets it knocked away. It's off.
Chicago had 17 turnovers against Indiana.
Phoebus driving baseline and executes, and her first points of the night. Angel Reese wants to go right at Bree Stewart. She draws the foul.
The spacing of Chicago is allowing one-on-one opportunities for Angel and Camilla. It's up to them to make
8 rebounds, misses the first.
Soak, activate, wash every day Olay's Cleansing Melts is our first ever dissolving water-activated facial cleanser. One pad cleans, tones, and refreshes skin for a 3 times better clean. Find in store or shop today at olay.com.
You missed that read, right? That promo all off-season, and a blocking foul from there, and the Liberty are perfect 9 for 9. Now make it 10 for 10. Is now out of the game as Rachel Banham gets subbed in, and Brianna Stewart perfect 2 for 2.
This last 3:30 of the half is going to be very important for Chicago. They don't want this lead to become too insurmountable going into the break.
The kickball, so the Sky will take it.
Really slow to start the third quarter.
Here's Angel Reese, she'll keep it, tries to go one-on-one with Brianna Stewart and walks with it again. Make it 14 turnovers in the first half.
Just got to learn how to just land and then just go right back up.
Johannes finding Burke for 3. Boy, they're red hot from distance here tonight. 7 of them for 50%.
It's that ability of New York Liberty to just spread you out with multiple three-point shooters.
Here's Phoebish. Again, turning turnovers into points, and Tyler Marsh is furious.
Yeah.
NBA champs. Here's Haley Van Lith, who will run things. Courtney Vandersloot getting a breather. Van Lith taking a peek at Elizabeth Williams inside. 8 seconds to work with. Onyenwere over to Allen, back to Banham. Pump fake, she'll pull. Can't hit from 3. Onyenwere, another offensive rebound, and was looking for some help. Too long of a pass to try to execute.
Chicago's back with their smaller lineup. It allows them the ability to switch a lot on the perimeter.
And deflection into Van Lith's hands. She's going to go all the way up against Stewart. And Stewart got a piece.
This defensive lineup for Chicago, they can take more risks. They can be more aggressive. They can put more pressure.
They got to close out, though, on Johannes, and especially these three-point shooters. Mentioned now 8 threes here in the first half for the Liberty.
You can't worry about getting beat on the perimeter. You have to trust that your back line, which is Elizabeth Williams right now, one of the best shot blockers in the league, is going to be there to help you. Haley Van Lith has got to put more pressure defensively.
Good post entry, post touch, post finish. Van Lith to Elizabeth Williams. It's a New York Liberty team that last year attempted the most three-pointers in a game with 29 off the hands of Cloud for a turnover.
The Aces, they had over 50 points in the paint. A lot of it was due to Natasha Cloud. You saw a lot of dribble handoff action, and they were just turning the corner and trying to draw paint. It's different than what we've seen of New York in the past.
Onyenwere can't get it.
And it's scary because you know that they can shoot the 3. And now, if they can score 50 points in the paint as well.
Yeah, 56 points in the paint they got in that Aces game in the season opener. Cloud fakes the pass, backdoor cut, and finished by Burke. So they'll attack you inside, and then they'll break behind you on the backdoor. It's been all Liberty here in the first half, shooting 59% from the field, 53% from 3. Rebecca Allen in and out. And the shot clock still in play. About a 1/10 of a second differential between game and shot clock. Jones gets double teamed, coming over. Elizabeth Williams smothers her up, and a jump ball call.